Welcome back to Ultimate Skyrim, my friends. This is Season 1, Episode 70. Wow, 74. Man, that's crazy. So, before we start today's episode, I wanted to take a quick second to kind of talk to you guys about some manual-related stuff. Some stuff that I'm actually super excited about. And I meant to tell you in the last episode, and I totally didn't. Just totally slipped my mind. But anyway, as many of you guys know, I'm working on the Ultimate Skyrim manual, which is going to teach you guys all how to make this whole thing for yourself, if you so desire. And easily the toughest part of this project is creating a mod list, or creating a system through which I can show people all the mods that they need to download in order to create Ultimate Skyrim, through which I can show people which mods they should get in case they don't have a super beefy machine, or just there's a lot of information that you need to be able to disseminate at a glance to really kind of help people along, help people who don't really, kind of mess around with modded installations or heavy modded installations. So this is easily the toughest challenge of the entire thing. And I'm very pleased to say that with the help of my lovely roommate and best friend Tyler, we have coded an interface that I think is absolutely wonderful for this purpose, for this large mod list. Basically what we're going to be doing is offering a large list of mods that are all carefully curated and presented in these little modules that tell you exactly what they are, exactly what they do, exactly what sort of performance impact you can expect. If there's any kind of extenuating weird installation instructions like faux mod installers or anything like that, it's all self-contained within these little modules. It's really awesome. I'm thrilled with how it came out. I couldn't have expected anything better than this. And that's what I'm doing right now. That's kind of the purpose of what I'm telling you. Excuse me while I swallow my spit or else I'll choke. Because I'm really excited about this. It's really crazy to see it all kind of coming to fruition. Basically, this large mod list is what I'm populating right now. As you can imagine, it's kind of lengthy. There's like 350 mods in this bad boy, or there will be. So I have to go through and populate each one of them myself and, take necessary screen caps and things like that. But just wanted to let you guys know that I am so happy with the way the formatting has turned out. And I think you guys are going to find it really the best guide out there for installing a heavy modded installation like Ultimate Skyrim. I have a lot of respect for all the people who have kind of put together similar guides beforehand, and they've served as an inspiration for what we're doing. But I really honestly believe that there's nothing going to be out there, there's nothing out there right now that kind of is what we're creating, and I'm really excited to show it to you guys. So hopefully, you're stoked for it. If not, maybe you will be when it comes out, and if you don't care at all, then just ignore this whole 3 minutes that I've been talking. And that's long enough for me to be talking about manual stuff. So now let's jump back into Hjolfred's adventure, where we were in the Swindler's Den, and we got to go talk to some Alakir, or maybe fight some Alakir. I'm hoping that we won't have to fight too many, because this is still a pretty morally ambiguous quest that we're on. If you guys don't remember, or if you missed the last episode, we are trying to help a Redguard named Sadia, who apparently is being hounded by these, these Alakir from Hammerfell. This is one of the quests this is a very early quest in vanilla Skyrim. In fact, I think that most people are familiar with this quest, but it's a pretty fun one, and it's one that we're going to do because we're here. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm noticing right now that my food and my drink are not exactly ideal. That's okay. These are just some pretty... Well, I don't know. I don't know how tough these guys will be. We'll just have to find out. I'm going to keep Unrelenting Force up. Go ahead, take your shot. Or Lydia. Ah, got me. Alright, well, that's going to be your one. Boom, baby. There it is. Oh, man. Alright, keep doing it. You got it. That was a mistake on your part, my friend. Boom.
Is someone there?
Nope. There it is. Thanks, Lydia. I'm going to make sure that she is set to... no, not stats. Make sure that she's set to aggressive. I can't remember if she is or not. That'll be important. Oh, I hear someone else talking. You guys hear that? Alright, let's coming on. Let's go ahead and loot what we can while we're here. Ooh. Let's see. What's in this sack? Red apples. This is always the most exciting part of Skyrim, right? Is watching me go through every sack and barrel. But that's what the game is, It's a game about looting, and I really enjoy it. Hopefully you guys do, too. Oh, shush.
See anything useful?
No, but I hear something useful. Let's go ahead and move in on this. Keep in mind, this is kind of uncharted territory for Hjulfrid, morally, let's say, just because, I don't know, I think historically speaking, she came into Skyrim a mercenary, perhaps an unskilled or inexperienced mercenary compared to the threats that awaited her. But that was her job beforehand, we know that. So Hjulfrid has, traditionally speaking, historically speaking, been pretty disinterested in the affairs of others. This is pretty evident in even her early kind of time in Skyrim. Ooh. Potion of ably aiming and some septums. We don't have a whole lot of carry weight. That's kind of a problem. You know, I really think a problem is that we are getting inundated with far too many potions and poisons and things of that nature. So we're probably going to have to clear out some of those as we go along. This is interesting. Hunting bow and arrows just chilling here. I think that, yep, that person sees us. Good eye, my friend. Oh, and he's taking up an advantageous position too. All right, Lydia, you want to lead the charge? Someone's coming. Don't turn your back. Oh, you got it. I believe in you, Lydia. Oh, oh, oh. Here, I'll just kind of keep the... oh! Yikes. Oh, Lydia. Oh, taking a hit or two. Oh, oh, jeez. Here, let me jump over you. Whoa. There, that killed him outright. Oh, okay, he's quick. It's a Khajiit, huh? How you doing, my love? Oh, I think she's down. Okay, well, give me a second here. Whoop. Lydia, I'll come for you in just a moment. You did fantastic work. Whoop. It is what I want. And, oh, look how fast he's knocking those arrows. I mean, it's not going to stop you from a two-handed overhand attack like that, but, what are you going to do, right? Here, let's go ahead and pop in some healing aura. Just for Lydia, whatever magic I can use with my armor. I'm looking for here, and I'm looking for healing hands. Here. Is there a reason? There they are. There you go. I mean, I can't really do a whole lot, but I can do something, right? It's worth it just for the experience as well. How you doing, my love? There you go. Back up. Oh, she must have like some sort of bleeding on her. Huh. Interesting. Yikes. Well, I wish I could help you more, Lydia, but it's okay. I'll go ahead and finish off the rest of these guys if you're... Yeah, look at her. She's taking some damage still of some sort. Maybe there was poison. Maybe she got poisoned. It's definitely not impossible. In which case, man...
Who's there? I guess I was just hearing things.
No, you weren't. You got it? Oh, she's up now. Oh, she probably has no stamina. Seems, yeah, it's interesting that she would have no stamina as well. Yeah, it's going. Good job, Lydia. I'm pretty sure she might have been poisoned. I didn't see any graphical effect on her that alluded to her poisoning, but it doesn't mean it didn't happen. Bandit. Let's see. We don't need the arrows. We do need the beef stew. Cooked beef is always nice. Gold ring. I'll take it. Potion of healing, septums, and a silver necklace. Man, yeah, this guy, he seems like he was, what's his name? Jazarim. He was a pretty skilled combatant. I noticed pretty early that he had above average speed at knocking his arrows, which is usually a pretty strong indicator that they're skilled archers. Skilled archers are pretty gnarly, just because they can also take down... I mean, they're still going to have a hard time taking down someone like Hjulfrid because of her heavy armor, but you'd be surprised how much damage a fully perked archer can do against a heavy armor person, even with just a regular bow and not even a crossbow. Shush. Here, I'm going to turn this off. They're chatting away over there. I can hear them. All right, well, here, while we're not in combat, let's go ahead and pop some food. How you doing on food, Lydia? Just go ahead and double check to make sure you have. Yeah, I didn't think she had anything. You can go ahead and have cooked meat, and sure, how about a couple apples and a tomato soup? How about that? And I have plenty of food for myself, it seems. I got some... Oh, I don't think I have a beef stew proc. Let's go ahead and make sure. I don't want to waste it. Nope. Sure, we're going to do that. That's going to give us some additional health and carry weight. And I'm also probably going to go with a venison chop. And now let's go ahead and drink up. I'm actually super thirsty right now, too. I'm going to get a nice full glass of water once I'm done recording this episode. Actually, when you guys watch this, this will be going up on Thursday. And I have a really fun day planned on Thursday. I have a good friend of mine who's going to be shooting a small comedy skit. He has a really cool YouTube channel that I'll likely link at some point or another. And we're going to be filming something that he wrote and storyboarded, so I'm really excited to see what they have waiting for us. I don't really have a strong role in it. I'm just going to be operating a camera, which is honestly fine, because I'm probably best off in that capacity anyway. So they don't see us yet. Ooh. All right, so that person's wearing heavy armor. That person's wearing light armor. Probably going to stay at a distance. No problem. That looks like light armor too, I believe. Here's what I'm thinking. Go real slow. Oh, well, okay. Let's just go ahead and run right in. Whoa. And boom, he's probably down. Nice job, Lydia. I'll go after the other one. Boom. Gotcha. And you're done. How's Lydia doing with her? Oh, jeez. Just took an arrow to the head. Well, that's a room of 3 cleared out pretty quickly. Please stop shooting at my companion. Jeez. Well, she does have heavy armor. Is there a quick way for me to get up there? I mean, jeez. Maybe this right here? Yeah, here we go. And up we go. Oh, my friend. You are in trouble now. And I'm pissed at you because you've been hurting my friend. My actual friend, not my euphemistic friend like you are. Bandit. That was a pretty good clear, right? Not bad. Efficient. Let's go ahead and make sure we're not in combat either. Alright, we got a lot of corpses. And I hear some water running. This is a pretty fun dungeon. I'm digging this. Also, perhaps because the challenge is not super crazy. Ooh, got some pouches, front right. I can give that to Lydia. She'll be able to carry more. Salmon meat, uncooked though. Lockpicks probably also worth taking just because of their pretty awesome weight versus value ratio. And the rest of this, I don't think I need all that much. I think we're good. All right. Must have been a Breton. Londieu Chain Noslin. Interesting. They always have kind of like French names, sort of. I don't know if I was supposed to be able to make it up here that quickly. Or through the way that I went. But I did. Holy crap. You see how deep someone put that down? I guess maybe that's not that bad. Must be a well-made dagger, though. Hey, Lydia. Oh, geez. You got some enemy blood right on your helmet there, my love. Although, I gotta say, it suits you. Let's see. You can go ahead and have this. What was it? A side pouch? What was it? It was a... Am I crazy here? Am I just not seeing it? Gold ring. Leather case telescope. Moon amulet. Pouches front right. Here we are. Now, she should equip that. She is. Cool. So that's going to bolster her, what's it called? Carrying capacity. Not by a whole lot, but we should encounter more as we go along. And I can always use the leather that I have stored to make some more for her. Sweet. Sylvan Neris. You go ahead and guard up there. Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. That scared me. Oh. Okay. Who do we got here? Got some septums. Lokir. Lokir from Rorikstead. Let's see. Yada, yada, yada. Got some mead. Any water? Because we do need to refill our water skins. I hear water elsewhere in this place, though, so maybe we can get some more as we... Oi! Move along. Let's see what we have here on our friend. We killed this guy. It's like, we're moving through. Let us see. Anything cool in these sacks? Ooh, some bottled milk. That's actually useful. It's not really useful for either one of us. Just, I mean, it's useful because it quenches thirst. But bottled milk is super useful for creating bestial stew, which is a really... If you're playing a beast race, either a Khajiit, an Argonian, or an Orc, or if you are a werewolf, there is really no reason not to be using bestial stew. It gets you a crazy stamina regen buff that really just can't be ignored. Bottled milk is an essential ingredient in that. You can find bottled milk in all different kinds of places, but one of the best places to get it is from cows, as you can imagine. If you go to cows in Ultimate Skyrim and you... Oh, he's got a dual-handed. I don't want to be out in the open. I hear someone else, though. Go ahead, take your shot. Oh, that person's got a... Alright, this is interesting. That looked like either a scroll or a spell. No, well, they're bandits pretty much, so... Oh! Alright, Lydia, let's go ahead, take them on. Oh, my friend. You cannot leave your back exposed like that to anyone, much less to the two of us. Soldiers of Whiterun, that's what we are. What was I saying? Yeah, so when you play Ultimate Skyrim for yourselves, what you're going to want to do to make bestial stew to get the milk, because I think the milk is the scarcest ingredient. So go ahead, find a cow. If you milk a cow, you'll get a jug of milk, and I added a crafting recipe that makes it so that you can split jugs of milk into 2 bottled milks. So you'll have that, which is pretty nice. You can also make milk, I think if you have like a hearth fire house, there's a couple different ways to do it. And in fact, there's actually some starts that start you out with either a house or a farm or easy access to a cow, that makes it really easy to get your hands on bestial stew early as a beast race, which is a pretty big advantage. Let's see here. Yada, yada, yada. Bucket, barrel. What do you got for me? Barrel. Salt. Salt's always pretty good to have, if not just for the value versus weight ratio. Green apple's always good to have for, I believe it's venison stew. Same thing with cabbages. Cabbages, leeks, green apples. In fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and take those. Hi, Lydia. You still got that blood. You gonna wipe that off? Let's see. We got some nice... There's all kinds of food. Pheasant. Looks like a... I've actually never had pheasant, or at least if I have, I don't remember. And I feel like I would remember, so I probably haven't. But I'm actually kind of keen to try, just because I'm sorry. Ooh, scroll of fast healing. Yeah, that was definitely just a... So none of these guys are even Alakir. They're just kind of run-of-the-mill bandits. Must be just kind of hirelings that the Alakir have kind of gathered. But what was I saying? I'm a voracious meat eater, was what I started to say. I really love vegetables, too. I'm more just a voracious eater in general. But I apologize if any of you are vegetarians or vegans out there. So I definitely... Oh, okay, here we are. I'm sympathetic to your plight. Really, I am. Let's see here. Bucket. I don't know why I always get caught up looking at those buckets. Oh, look, bear traps. I've mentioned this before in other videos, but traps are something that I would love to add to Ultimate Skyrim, just being able to lay out traps and really kind of augment that hunter playstyle. But it's just tricky because, I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to implement, wouldn't be that hard to implement layable bear traps, and I believe there are mods that do similar things. The problem is that Skyrim's AI, there's no mechanism by which they can... Oh, it looks like a slaughterfish, maybe. No mechanism by which they can detect the bear traps.
You've proven your strength, Lord. Let's avoid any more bloodshed. I think you and I have some things to talk about.
You guys hear that? Alright, we are being summoned by Kamatu. I'm going to go ahead and fill up my water here, or can I? Let's see if I can. There we are. Go ahead and give myself a quick drink here.
Stay your hand, warrior. It's no secret why you're here, and you have proven your skill in combat.
Alright.
Let us talk a moment, and no one else needs to die.
Alright.
I think we can all profit from the situation in which we find ourselves.
Okay.
My men will not attack you if you will lower your weapons.
Okay. Why are you after Sadia, Kamatu?
She sold the city out to the Altmeri Dominion. Were it not for her betrayal, Tanith could have held its ground in the war. The other noble houses discovered her betrayal, and she fled. They want her brought back alive. The resistance against the Dominion is alive and well in Hammerfell.
Now that is true.
They want justice.
This is tricky, isn't it? I've been sent here to kill you.
Of course. Sent by... What is it that she's calling herself these days? Shazra? Sadia? One of those, correct? Did she appeal to your sense of honor? Your greed? A more base need, perhaps?
Hey, chill out, bro.
No doubt she's convinced you that she's the victim. But do you know why we pursue her?
Well, you just kind of told me. Sadia told me you're assassins.
Assassins? No, nothing so crass. Sadia, as you know her, is wanted by the noble houses of Tanith for treason. We were hired to see her return to Hammerfell for her crimes. You can help us with that. And make sure no one else gets hurt.
Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. This is tricky. This is what happens when you try and meddle in people's affairs, is you end up in some very morally gray areas. I mean, I know this stuff already, but I want to see if anyone... I'm looking for any sort of verbal slip-up or something that will convince me maybe this guy is full of shit or just, you know... I don't know. Let's see what he says. The longer he talks, the more material he gives me to parse through, which I think is what Hjolfred is looking for, because Hjolfred, pretty smart lady, I think. What was her crime, Kamatu, even though you kind of sort of just told me that?
She sold the city out to the Altmeri.
Yeah, literally, that's the same soundbite. Yeah, okay.
The other noble houses,
yeah.
The resistance against the Dominion is alive.
But see, that makes the most sense to me, because we know that's true. Or at least I think Hjolfred knows that's true. I know that's true, and we'll just kind of roleplay that she does as well. If you guys are curious, Hammerfell is one of the few provinces at this time in Tamriel that is still actively resisting the Dominion. So it also, it doesn't really make sense. Sadia's story doesn't make sense, I guess, in that regard. Because, why would Hammerfell... Because we know the Alakir are warriors from Hammerfell. They are, like, provincial soldiers. Why would they want to side with the Aldmeri Dominion? But, of course, there might be reasons. Let's just hear him out. So what do you want me to do, Kamatu?
She trusts you, at least to some extent. She sent you after us, and has no reason to think that you do anything other than that. Convince her that we'll be coming for her, and she needs to leave. Lead her to the stables outside Whiterun. We'll be waiting to take her into custody. I'll gladly share a portion of the bounty in return for your efforts in seeing proper justice done.
I don't know, guys. What do you think? It's like, all right, I'll do it. I was hired to kill you, and that's what I intend to do. Well, I don't know. He kind of has me convinced, I'm kind of sitting here, and he has me convinced that that's how it is versus Sadia's story. How about I'll just say that I'll do it? And maybe, ideally, here's what I'd ideally do. What I would want to do is to agree to Kamatu's thing, right? And then go and maybe tell Sadia that what I did, and then I told Kamatu, maybe tell Sadia what he told me, and see if I can shake it out of her what the truth is, and then act based on that, or just tell her that they're coming, they're planning to ambush her, and just telling her to flee so that the two of them can duke it out at a later date that I have nothing to do with. However, that just kind of places us in the exact same spot that we started this whole thing in, and obviously something needs to resolve, or people will end up dying. Oh, shit.
Yes.
Oh, okay, well here. Whoops, sorry.
Of course.
Whatever, I can skip through all this dialogue.
Convinced you that she...
Sadia told me you're assassins. Lydia, sorry, are we speaking too slow for you? You gotta consume that tomato soup.
Help us with that.
Okay.
Sure no one else gets...
What do you want me to do? I'm gonna skip through all this. Yada, 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 yada,
I'll
yada.
gladly share a portion.
Alright, I'll do it.
Good. We'll be waiting for you at the stables. It will be good to finally be able to return home.
Because it's also, I don't know, it's not entirely unfeasible that he would, okay, here's what I'm thinking. It's possible that he has informants in Whiterun, because, obviously they're well-connected enough to hire a bunch of guards and bandits and whatever. But it's possible that he would have discovered that Sadia told me what she told me, so he would know what to say in order to mislead me, right? Oh, look, he's got an Argonian sword.
What do you need?
Hello. Nastasi. What you doing, bud? Where are you going? All right, well, I don't know. What do you guys think here, Seems tricky. Can I go ahead and check in your guys' chest? Maybe? Maybe not. Well, how about this? How about we'll remember this chest is here, and then if we have to, we'll come back and get it at a later date. Also, it's not worth... Or it's worth considering that, we're not guaranteed a win against these guys. There's quite a few. I think we could beat them, but I think it might be kind of a tough fight. Let's go ahead and talk to Sadia. I don't know, Lydia, what can we do? This is a tricky one. This feels very The Witcher 3 to me, in that, there's a pretty... The Witcher 3, I think, is wonderful in this vein. Iron ore. Oh, wow, how hilarious. In this vein, and that's kind of a pun, right? I'm so bad at making puns, I have to take the victories where I can. Even if, once again, they are unintentional. But anyway, one of my favorite things about The Witcher 3 is the moral ambiguity of so many of its moral conflicts, and how so often, it's like the
Cowards.
bandits are cowards. That's true, Lydia. I don't know how much bearing it has on this. Maybe she's just disgusted with those other bandits that we kind of carved through because they just attacked us on sight. Because that is kind of shitty, right? You just attack someone on sight, you don't even figure out why they're there. But anyway, I really like that about The Witcher 3, is just how morally ambiguous so many of its dilemmas are, and how so often you start out with the best of intentions. Like what we see here, we're trying to help someone who says that they're in need of help, but as we climb further down the rabbit hole, you find that the dilemma is not quite so simple as we might have thought. And I think that very accurately reflects reality. How many times in all of our lives have we tried to do the quote-unquote right thing, or what we thought the right thing was, and then the whole thing just kind of blew up in our face, or we got an outcome that we didn't quite want or didn't anticipate. That's really how life is. Life is very gray like that. So it's just interesting trying to navigate those waters, and I think it's my favorite. Moral dilemmas are the ones. Really, the only things that qualify as moral dilemmas is something that really kind of makes you stop and think. And this is why I get really sad when I hear Skyrim described as generic, because it can be. There's plenty of quests that don't really challenge you morally or intellectually. Plenty of quests that are go into this dungeon and murder 1,000 Draugr, who obviously you don't have to feel bad about murdering because one, they're undead, and two, they were supposed to be not so nice in their actual lives. But there are also quests that have interesting moral dilemmas, like this one. Like perhaps they're not quite as plentiful as something like The Witcher, but I mean, I don't know, man. I think The Witcher 3 is a marvel of gaming. I can't believe that is a game that I cannot believe the side content is as good as it is. I swear, like that game's side content, it's like every little side quest almost has like a whole awesome storyline like attached to it. So perhaps not every game can be that, but I don't think that Skyrim does a terrible job of it either, And I'm also quite partial to Skyrim just because it exists in a universe that I like very much, which is the Elder Scrolls, as you guys can probably glean by now. Oh, I added some oil to my lantern. Whenever I say my lantern, it makes me think of my Lanta. So here's my plan. Let's go ahead and check out this shrine just for fun. I just kind of want to see what's here. I'm also going to take my weapon back out again just because I feel uncomfortable not having it out when I'm around in the wilderness like this. It was a Shrine of Stendar, huh? Well, we still have our RK shrine. The heat is faint, but steady. Let me go ahead and read this book. Maybe we'll get Twin Secrets. That sounds like Conjuration. No, Enchanting. Interesting. Enchanting increased to 21. By Brarilu Thuran. I'm not going to read it. But maybe you guys can. Later. How about this? Here, I forgot. I haven't done this in a while. How about this? I'll thumb through this book. You guys, if you really want to, you can pause it, and you can read it for yourself. Right? And if you're interested in enchanting, I think this might be the end. Yep, there you go. Real nice and simple, easy book. So I'm thinking is that we will go... Where was that? What's it called? Swindler's Den. Abandoned Wolf Den. So I think I'm going to camp out in this abandoned wolf den for the night because I don't want to traverse the plains when it's dark. That's just asking for trouble. You never know what you're going to encounter at nighttime. You might think that the Whiterun Plains... excuse me, I burped, are safer than other areas of Skyrim, and you'd be right. However, there are many things that can happen after dark that cannot happen during the light. Things like vampire and werewolf attacks. That's mainly what I'm thinking about here, and you do not want to encounter any of them at any point, because you will get... I believe the technical term is completely fucked up. Is what will happen. So we'll go ahead and stay the night here. We'll go back to Whiterun. We'll settle this kind of Sadia situation as best as we can. And then we will... Yeah, look how nice this is. What a great little place. Lydia can't follow me in here, it seems, but I'm sure that she'll make her own camp. But anyway. Actually, she probably can. I know that the followers don't follow you in here by default. Because they're generally... These areas can be awful small. But I can summon her in here, right? So now look. Now Lydia's all role-played with us. We're camping out... Oh, whoops, I accidentally must have hit the cell marker. My bad. That's the problem when you have just kind of cell markers that you don't have to activate. Okay, hopefully this loading screen is not too long. Right, there it goes. That's really not that bad. Oh, that's something you guys have asked me about quite a bit, is how I keep my load times so short. And really, the main way is by not using a lot of ESPs. A lot of them are merged into my files for the sake of simplicity and for load times. And also being very careful about the mods that you install, especially textures or things that have to be loaded. So let's go ahead and what can we make? Anything cool that we can cook? Anyway, like I was saying, we're going to go and sort out this Sadia situation as best we can. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Apple cabbage stew. Red apples and cabbages. I didn't know that you used red apples. There you go. Also, here's what I want to check. What do we need in order to make Elsewhere fondue? This is something, if you guys are mage characters, definitely you need to be all up on this Elsewhere fondue, because it's one of the best stews in the game. Definitely probably the best food for a mage character. You can see that magic of regeneration is just stupid efficient. So let's see. Whoa. 10 Idar cheese wedges? Jeez, and some moon sugar. Oh, they all use moon sugar. Interesting. And they all use Idar cheese. All right, well, we'll have to keep an eye out for that kind of stuff, right? But yeah, so we'll sort out Sadia. And then we're still heading over to Iverstead so that we can, we can go up to the Greybeards and get the improved Unrelenting Force. And then maybe we'll do that ghost quest. And then I'd like to go and visit, Keeper Carset at Stendar's Beacon to learn some more about restoration. Or hey, how about this? Maybe Danica Purespring in Whiterun will teach us some restoration. I can't remember if she will before we've done the Gildergreen quest, but it's worth a shot because I want to get some training in restoration. Also, it kind of begs a question of when we're going to go sort out the Mages College situation, because I still need to go pay reparations to Tolfdir, because if that's the case, we go back to Winterhold, we can get all the restoration training we want from Miss Colette Marance, I believe her name is. So let's go ahead and sleep for tonight. I think 12 hours. Oh my god. I know I say this every time we sleep for a significant period of time in Ultimate Skyrim. I wish I could get 12 hours of sleep. That is my dream. That would be so amazing. I get a fair amount of sleep, usually 6 to 7 hours each night, so I shouldn't complain. Oh, scared me, Lydia. But still, you know. Oh, I'm sorry. Lydia, do you not have, did you drink all of your, what's it called already? Oh, she doesn't have her, maybe she does have an empty water skin. I don't know. Maybe not. Jeez. I have one, and then maybe it's on the horse? Queen Alfsiger. Open inventory. Because I feel really bad if it's not there. Whoa, that was weird. Let's go to Ysmira and check her inventory. Nothing. Oh, man, I'm sorry, Lydia, this whole time, I didn't even know that you didn't have a, a water skin on you, but I will rectify that as soon as possible, my love. No wonder you're so thirsty all the time. Anyway, that about puts us at our time limit. So thank you guys really so much for watching this episode. I hope all that information on the manual is helping to stave off your desire to get it into your hands. Like I've said before, please believe that no one wants to get that thing to you guys more than I do, and I'm working as hard as I can on it every single day. I'm really excited with the progress, and once that huge mod list is kind of sorted out, like I said before, it will take some time to put together, like the pre-installation instructions and the post-mod list installation instructions covering things like patchers and, just getting mod organizer set up and stuff like that. But all that stuff is not nearly as difficult as populating this massive mod list. So once this is done, the lion's share of the work is complete. That's why I started with the hardest thing first. So I'm really, really excited about it. And I will see you guys in the next episode.